Okay, let's take a look at drawing the roof to finish this bad boy up here. We have a 2-foot overhang normally. We have a 1-foot overhang on the gable end. Our roof pitch is 4 and 12. And what's our heel height of our trusses? Well, we need to go down here and I measured it for us. It's 1 foot 2.5. Okay, so when we start drawing the roof, we're going to want to draw it 1 foot 2.5 up from the edge of our surrounding area. So let's go ahead and show you how that works. So first thing we want to do is get this roof up 1 foot 2.5, and then from that point we're going to start to draw our roof shape, because this is like the heel height where all your attic insulation is. So let's use the push-pull tool for that, and I'm going to hit Control and make another plane, and I'm going to come up 1 foot 2.5. And then I'll do the same thing here, because the roofs are going to line up, and I'll do the same thing here with my porch roof. Okay, so the roof shape is actually going to start from this 1 foot 2 heel height, because this is like where your insulation would be sitting in your attic. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the end here, and we'll show how we get the roof pitch properly. So when we say a 4 and 12 pitch, we say that for every 12 feet over, it's going up 4 feet. So let's just draw a line 12 foot over to show how that works. And let's find where the end point of that line is, and now we're going to draw up 4 feet. And then we're just going to connect the dot up there. Now we have to find the middle of this. So just temporarily, I'm going to go to the midpoint of that line, and I'm just going to draw a temporary line up. I'm going to continue this on the pink where it's on plane, and then I've got the center of my roof, and I can draw that like that. So let's clean up some of these extra lines then. Okay, so that's where the top of our roof is. Now it overhangs 2 feet on each side. So we've got to get a 2-foot guideline here, and for that I'm going to use my guide tool. So I go to the tape measure tool, I get into the middle of the plane and I hold it down so I see that line, and then I'll type in 24 or 2 feet. And we're going to do the same thing on this other side here. I'm going to get in the middle of the plane, hold the tape measure down, type in 24 or 2 feet. Okay. So now I can take my drawing tool and keeping it on the same plane as the, I might have to pan around till it, I don't want it on axis, I want it on this plane here. So it's going to be a purple line. So I keep going on purple, and I'm actually going to just go past as long as I'm on purple. Then where I'm on the intersection, I'm going to come down. Typically your overhang is like 4 or 6 inches. So let's just make it 6 inches here. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Keep it on purple till it crosses the line. Draw down 6 inches. And then I'm going to draw another line down 6 inches here. Then I'm going to connect these up. I'm going to connect these up. And let's go ahead and clean some of these temporary lines out. Oops, no, that was a mistake. I can't erase that line because it's making the plane here. So let's just clean out some of these other ones. I'll clean out my guideline. I'll clean out my other guideline. Okay. So I guess I could erase this now that I've gotten that heel height figured out. So we'll have to clean this up a little bit here. Okay, so now my overhang sticks out a foot on the end. So let's go, well, first off, let's do a push-pull. I'm going to hit Control, And I'm going to push pull this till I get it all the way to the end here. Actually, I want to get rid of this line here because I want to take all the roof with me here. So let's try that. Okay, so now if I click on this, I should have both roofs to the overhang. So now I'm going to do my push-pull tool, hit Control, and I'm going to bring it all the way through to the end here. Then I'm going to push-pull this out 1 foot from my gable end overhang. So I'll highlight this, push-pull it out 12 inches. And we can clean this all up later. So the garage continues on, but then it's a shorter roof, so it comes up a little bit here. So let's show you how we would mess with that. So we're going to take this plane here and push pull it out till the end of the garage. So let's highlight this plane, hit the push pull tool, and we're going to bring it all the way out to here. Then we can do the same thing with the little overhang. Okay. Now we can clean some of this up. We'll connect that up. We will erase some lines. Get rid of that line and that line. Okay. So obviously we got to change this so that it has the same overhang here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the middle of this line here and we're going to draw up a line because that's going to get us to the middle of the garage roof. So it turns to blue at the middle and we're going to draw it straight up on blue axis. And then what we can do is we can do our little trick where we, since we know this is the right pitch here, we can do that mirror command and copy it over. So let me find mirror. Flip, there it is. And so we want to hit Control because we're going to make a copy. And then we want to take this red plane and move it right to the middle there. I'm going to hit get back to my select command. And I got to get this roof back to the end of the house. So let's go ahead and extrude that one back until I hit back at the edge there so it lines up with the other one here. So let's go ahead and hit the push-pull tool. You can see why I'm doing a video, because if you haven't done this before, it's kind of confusing. One more time just to make sure it snaps properly. Okay. So now let's clean this up a little bit and you'll see the method to the madness. Okay, so now we're going to take this plane and extrude it back in. So we have this. Now we hit Control to make a new plane. Oh, I don't want to move, I want to do the push-pull. And now I want to hit Control. Let's see if this works better. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so I'm going to run it up till it hits the house. Everybody's happy there. Okay, now I'm just going to clean some things up that we don't need anymore. That doesn't need to be there. There needs to be a plane here. So let's just draw a line, force it to make some planes. and then we'll erase that temporary line. So we will fix this when we get to the porch roof. So let's go back and look at that roof plan. So he has this roof coming out 1 foot, and that roof's only 27, and our porch was 25. So he's only got a 1 foot overhang there. So let's see how we can figure that out. So first thing we need to do is have this 1 foot gable end overhang here. So let me clean some of this up. And now we're going to push-pull that out a foot. Okay, so that's all that. I don't know how Josh has you deal with the walls above the attic and the attic space for energy models, so I'll let him tell you what kind of materials he wants to put in there. Let's erase some other lines here and get this out to be a 1 foot overhang at that end. So we're going to push-pull that out 12 inches. And then we'll just come in here and draw this line so that we close this all off here in the garage. And let's erase some of this. Okay, that looks pretty happy to me. So we've got our garage there. We've got our house there. If I wanted to, I could put the garage roof on a tag. You know how to do that now. Now the only thing we have to do is get the porch roof on there properly. So he says it's coming in a foot from each end, and then it goes up in the middle. Okay, so let's go ahead and show how that gets done. So we're going to come in here. Since the roofs line up, we're going to measure in 12 feet. And then we're going to come up 4. And then we're going to come down and connect that up. And then we're going to come down 6 inches here. Oops, I got to be on the right plane. And we'll connect that up. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. We got to start out a foot out from the outside, measure in 12 feet, and then up 4. So let's go ahead. And we're going to come in 12 inches there. We're going to measure down. Now we're going to measure 12 feet back to get our pitch on this side. Well, that says it's midpoint. We want to be at 12 feet. So let's see here. If I drew a line there, where is 12 feet? It is right there. Okay. I'm going to draw that up 4 feet. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to connect this up. I'm going to draw a line down 6 inches on blue axis. And I'm going to connect that up to the end here. Now this looks kind of messy, but you'll see the method to the madness as we get onto it more here. So then we're going to connect this one up on the purple plane. We're going to connect this one up on the purple plane. We're going to run this one up on the purple plane until it hits, because that gives us the middle. This one runs up on the purple plane till it hits. And we're going to clean all these up. Boom, 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 boom. I don't need to have these because they were just temporary to get my pitch. This can all go away because that was the heel height for the attic insulation, which doesn't happen out on the porch. I guess I didn't need to do that there, but live and learn. Okay, so now we have our porch roof, so let's clean that up a little bit. And maybe I erased one more line than I should have right out the bat here. So I'm going to keep undoing until okay. So let's get rid of this and this and this. Oh, I'm screwing things up big time here. I really want to do this. Come on. Okay. Now, what I want to do is bring this back until it hits this roof, and then we're going to connect up that point to where it intersects the roof. So we're going to stay on plane, and I'm going to hit the left arrow key until it intersects there, and then I'm going to bring it down into here. So you can see it's making my nice roof intersection plane. And then I come down to this point and get that. So that's the way it really looks. I just have to get this out to the front of the porch and then have the gable overhang come out a foot. So let's clean some things up here. We've got some extraneous lines we can get rid of. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay, now this is going to need to come out. That's going to need to come out. Okay, so I think that one can even come out. So let's push-pull this until it lines up with the front. Then we'll push-pull this to line up with that, and then we'll push it out one more. So you'll see what's going on here. So we're bringing that out till it hits there. We're bringing this out till it hits that. And then we're bringing this out a foot more for my overhang. Okay, that should do it. That's really all we need to do for energy modeling. So let's change this thing to perspective so you can see, oops, see how it looks like. Let's get out of the house here a little bit. So we've got our porch. We've got all our windows modeled properly. We have our doors modeled properly. We've got our areas taken off of, and this should be good to go for your energy model. Okay, this should be the end of the project, so thank you.